A warm greetings to all who are watching this video. In this video, we are going to cover the first poem of our HSC course book 2.1 Song of the Open Road, written by a very famous American poet, Walt Whitman. Before we start learning the poem, we should understand that why we need to learn it. So in this slide, I have mentioned few objectives that will be achieved after learning this poem, Song of the Open Road. And the objectives to be achieved are: first one, it will develop the sense of liberty and equality among the students. Second, it will clear the concept of narrative poems. Third, it will enable the students to differentiate between free verse and blank verse. Fourth, it will enable the students to compose a stanza using free verse pattern. Fifth one, it will enable the students to comprehend the concept of iambic meters. Okay, now what is narrative poems? A narrative poem in literature is a poem which tells a story. It doesn't have any rhyming pattern. It has a free verse of any random lines. It has a clear objective to reach a specific audience. Narrative poem is basically a poem by which any incident is narrated using free verse. I won't provide the much explanation of free verse in this slide, as it has been explained in one of the forthcoming slides. Leaves of Grass is a poetry collection by the American poet Walt Whitman. There are either 6 or 9 editions of Leaves of Grass. Song of the Open Road poem by Walt Whitman was first published in the second edition of Leaves of Grass in the year 1856. Okay, now as I'm going to start the explanation stanza wise, so I want all the students to grab a pen and a book to note down the important points and doubts. So I will start the first stanza. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. From this stanza, the reader is able to glean several important points. First, the speaker is setting out on the open road on foot. Secondly, he is light-hearted and open to all he is about to experience. Additionally, the speaker recognizes that it is he who is in control of his journey. He will choose where the path will take him on his journey. Now we will see the second stanza. Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, strong and content, I travel the open road. Here in the second stanza, it continues the thoughts expressed in the first 3 lines. Here, the speaker says that he does not have to pray for good luck because he is the maker of his own luck. He will no longer cry or hesitate to do what he wants because he is in need of nothing. He is no longer content with being walled inside. He is strong and happy to be on the open road. In line 6, Whitman writes of querulous criticisms. The use of alliteration here emphasizes the speaker's carefree tone, which is continued throughout the course of Song of the Open Road. Now the third stanza. The earth that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. In the third stanza, Whitman makes reference to the earth and stars. He says, here, the speaker seems to separate himself from others. He says, the earth is fine the way it is. He does not desire to be any closer to the stars than he already is. He knows they are fine where they are, and he knows they are good enough for those who belong to them. This last line is in strong contrast to the rest of the poem, where the speaker emphasizes his free will and independence, which means he probably does not include himself in the group of people who belong to the constellations. He does not belong to them because he does not need them. Here in this context, constellation means fate, destiny, or influential group of people. Now the last final stanza, fourth stanza. Still I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, man and woman. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them, and I will fill them in written. Here the speaker admits that he is not without his own problems, but instead of fretting, he relishes them. The reader can see this through Whitman's diction. His use of the word delicious is no accident. Through that word, Whitman conveys the sense of relish the speaker feels for his burden. In the second line of the final stanza, the speaker admits to all that he carries them with him wherever he goes. This thought is continued in the final two lines of the poem. The speaker declares that he cannot rid himself of them. Instead, he and his burdens share a symbiotic relationship of sorts. He is filled with his burdens, and in return, he fills them. The speaker is stating here that his burdens do not define him. Rather, he accepts them and carries them with him wherever he goes. Now, by summing up the whole poem, we get the final central idea of it, which is that the poem conveys the narrator's joy and delight in being on the open road, which translates into a love of freedom and the open spaces that being in the outdoors provides. Now, difference between free verse and blank verse. There are three different types of poems. First, poems that have rhyming schemes. Second, poems that have iambic meters but not rhyming schemes. Third, poems that have none of these, neither rhyming scheme nor iambic meters. When you read this information given in this slide, you will understand that blank verses have iambic meters but no rhymes. On the other hand, free verses are actually free of all, either rhymes or iambic meters. There are different iambic meters used to beautify the blank verses, and these meters are: first, iambic monometer; second, iambic dimeter; third, iambic trimeter; fourth, iambic tetrameter; fifth, iambic pentameter; and sixth, iambic hexameter. To understand the iambic meters in detail, you have to watch the another video which I have prepared specially, giving the detailed explanation of iambic meters. Now finally, I would like to thank to all the viewers for watching this video.